of the quarterfinal of the tomorrow, and then the championship on Wednesday. By Wednesday, we'll be done with the tournament, and we'll get that for the new gameplay. So no more day here for the tourney and for the game. First, the Raptors starting lineups for the Memphis Grizzlies are Mike Conley. And then for the Raptors, it's Kyle Lowry. And then Tony Allen, Kendra Parsons, Zach Randolph, and Mark Gasol for the Memphis Grizzlies. For the Raptors, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, DeMar Carroll, Patrick Patterson, and Jamar Valusunis. That's nice starting lineups here at the Air Canadian Center here in Toronto. And I'll see you guys after the game for the game statistics. And I hope you have a great first game of the two here for the third round, day number 8.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Memphis Grizzlies. And guys, for the Grizzlies, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. For a few seasons now, we've seen the Raptors find a lot of success in the regular season, but they really have trouble making a postseason run. Why is that, Jet?
Well, they rely a lot on their perimeter players, and that can be dangerous because sometimes, you know, perimeter shots can be off, and then they really don't have a defensive stopper, Ernie.
You know, we all know they play the up-tempo game, Ernie, but when it slows down in the postseason, it's harder for them to adjust. Until they learn how to adjust.
It's a road game for the Grizzlies, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot. Here's Randolph. That misses off the backboard. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court and make Mark Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Now here's Conley. There's a good screen. Passes it to Randolph. 6 to shoot. The offensive rebound. No good.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Parsons. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And he banks in the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Randolph kicks to Conley. Back to Randolph. High post try. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Outside Lowry. He kicks to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. DeRozan's got 5 now.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Conley against Lowry. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. for DeMarre Carroll, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Conley. Gasol a screen. Randolph against Scola. Randolph goes in. Here's Gasol. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Powell, the pass to DeRozan. Deep three-point range. And no good trying to get that. And power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that...
I think my 3 years at Kentucky.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yep, Velcro Valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Lance Stevenson is out there with Chandler Parsons. And it's Anderson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nobody near Parsons. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Parsons got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Grizzlies. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Stevenson outside. There's a screen. A minute 42 left in the first half of the game. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Ross is checked in for Luis Scola. And Memphis also making a switch. White's checked in. Lowry against Conley. Outside Lowry. Another shot. Patterson, that's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Conley kicks to Stevenson. He dishes it to Allen. To the left side wing. Lowry against Conley. Again, Memphis.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
There's a good screen. Dishes it to Allen. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Good. Lowry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation.
And we've reached half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They have a 6-point lead, starting with Kenny. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You got to like what DeMar.
His team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella.
I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMar Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now.
Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Screen by Valanciunas. Back to Lowry for the 3. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Outside Randolph. Puts one up from 19. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And, Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Lance Stevenson comes in for Parsons. And it's Carter in for Tony Allen. The Grizzlies trail by 6.
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
Conley left side. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it.
Beautiful play by Lance Stevenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Ross with a wide open look. And again, Toronto no luck.
And the Raptor franchise record for home wins is 30, set back in 07. You get the feeling with the way the crowd gets into it, that record won't stand much longer.
Feeds to Powell. Shot from 12. Good work defensively by Carter. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's...
Here's Joseph. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should... be in for a treat. Memphis trailing here. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Carter is out there with Tony Allen. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's Anderson. And it's Randolph in at the power forward.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And that one's good.
Wow, what quickness, Kevin. He may be a small guy, but his speed makes it awfully tough to stay in front of him.
Carter with it. Randolph a screen. Parsons on the wing. Randolph a screen on Carroll. Here's Parsons. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Valanciunas with a screen on Carter. The drive by Lowry. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. .146 left to play in the final quarter.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
And he is unable to get the second one. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Carter outside. Here's Randolph, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. Some changes for Memphis. Marc Gasol is checked in for Anderson, and Mike Conley subbed in for Vince Carter.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments. Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Kicks it to Patterson. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Allen drives in. That one goes. Count it.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Leaps for it. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Conley. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And that one is hammered home.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup. .105 left in the fourth quarter. The feed now to Gasol. No good. And Toronto will come the other way. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Good D by Gasol. If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Picked by Randolph. Down low, off the pick. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Zach Randolph drops them both.
Big time trip to the line there, bringing this down to a 1-possession game.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Screened by Valanciunas. And DeRozan, here we go, connects.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Out to Conley. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They didn't.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the DeMar DeRozan. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight, and that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
Here's tonight's team comparison. The Raptors picked up the win 27-23 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Shooting percentage, 52% for the Raptors and 43% for the Grizzlies. Three-pointer, 0% for the Grizzlies and 33% for the Raptors. 83% free throws for the Grizzlies and 50% for the Raptors. Fast break points, 5 for the Raptors, 2 for the Grizzlies. Points to the paint, 18 for the Raptors, 8 for the Grizzlies. So good chance points, 2 for the Raptors, 0 for the Grizzlies. Bench points, 4 for the Grizzlies, 2 for the Raptors. Assists, 7 for the Raptors, 5 for the Grizzlies. Offensive rebounds, 3 for the Grizzlies and 1 for the Raptors. Defensive rebounds, 9 for the Raptors, 7 for the Grizzlies. Steals, 0 apiece. Blocks, 1 for the Grizzlies, 0 for the Raptors. Turnovers, 1 turnover for the Grizzlies and 2 for the Raptors. Points off turnovers, 4 for the Grizzlies and 1 for the Raptors. Team fouls, 3 for the Raptors, 2 for the Grizzlies. Biggest lead, 0 for the Grizzlies and 8 for the Raptors. Time of possession, 5 minutes 45 seconds for the Raptors and 6 minutes 14 seconds for the Grizzlies. Time remaining, 0 for the Grizzlies and 1 for the Raptors. Here's tonight's box score for the winning team. The player of the game, DeMar DeRozan, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Kyle Lowry, 6 points. DeMar Carroll, 4 points. Valanciunas, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Patrick Patterson, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Scola, 2 points, 1 rebound. And Corey Joseph, 1 rebound and 1 assist. And for the losing team, Marc Gasol, he had 2 rebounds and 1 block. Vince Carter, he had 1 turnover. Chris Anderson, he had 1 rebound. Lance Stevenson, 2 points and 1 assist. Brandon Wright, 2 points, 1 rebound. Tony Allen, 2 points. Kendall Parsons, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Mike Conley, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. And Zach Randolph, 9 points, 2 rebounds. That's tonight's team statistics for tonight's first game of the 2. And here we go, start of the final game here of day number 8 of the third round action. It's between the Pacers and the Nuggets here for our final game of the day. Pacers, Nuggets, and Denver. Winner goes to the semifinal, which will be played tomorrow. Starting lineup for the Pacers: Jeff Teague, Montelos, Paul George, Thaddeus Young, and Al Jefferson. For the Nuggets: Eddie Moutier, Will Barton, Daniel Gallinari, Kenneth Faried, and Nikola Jokic. That's like starting lineup for the Pepsi Center here in Denver for the final game here of the third round action. I'll see you guys at the game for the team statistics. I hope you have a great final game of the third round.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, tonight we'll see Jeff Teague in action, and he really is the engine for this team. He might have flown under the radar before, Shaq, but not anymore.
You know, he has no problem getting into the teeth of the defense. He's very efficient with every touch he gets. Last season, he shot almost 5 free throws a game. Only thing I question is him being aggressive, not some of the time, but all of the time.
You know what? I think Shaq.
There it is, the majestic Capitol building in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The Indiana Pacers find themselves on the road looking for an interconference win. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Teague, and it's Young, and it's Jefferson in at the 5 down low.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And here's Moutier. And there's the pass to Jokic. They set the pick. Here's Barton. Fareed, a screen on Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. Barton kicks to Fareed.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Here's Moutier after the made shot from Monte Ellis. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Screen by Fareed. Goes up to the stripe. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level? And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on. And guys, a lot of problems for the Nuggets last year. Ended the season with a 30-52 record and really struggled even against the Eastern Conference.
Now Ellis following the miss by Emmanuel Moutier from deep. Teague the pass to Ellis. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From the arc. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And for the Nuggets struggling against the East, something they aren't used to doing. They usually pile on the wins when they take on that conference.
Yeah, typically that's the case, but the Nuggets won only 11 games against the East, tied for second lowest amongst Western Conference teams. It's the first losing record against the East for the Nuggets since 2004.
And that one's good. Barton.
What a move. Came out of the spin, stopped and popped. That is impressive.
Now here's Teague. Screen by Young. Teague dishes to George. And the release was before the buzzer. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court for Indiana. They've got Turner. Teague out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in at the 4-man position. And it's the Pacers with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Teague sets a screen for Stuckey. All alone. Misses off the left iron.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Long line of threes under the league with the...
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Indiana leading. Teague. To the inside. Wants to get it to Turner and does.
Was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Murray kicks to Harris. He feeds it to Murray. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about. But all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yes, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. First in the NBA in bench rebounding. And top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench.
Now here's Chandler. Following the miss by Rodney Stuckey. Laverne passes to Chandler. Arthur with it. He's against Hill. Nice shot by Arthur. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Pacers also changing it up. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Hill. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Ellis in for Teague. Now here's Ellis. He's got 7. Takes a shot at the elbow. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. Here's Barton, defended by George. Now Moutier. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the screen. Clock at 6. Gallinari wide open. Off target from three-point range. Indiana trailing here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ellis with it. Now defended by Moutier, and he gets it to go.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Nuggets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Faried, right side. Pass to Gallinari. Screen by Faried. Gallinari with it. Back to Faried. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time.
And so it's a close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Monte Ellis.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Faried at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Moutier. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possessions.
Here's Ellis. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 11 points for Ellis. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And here's Moutier. Faried outside to the wing right side. Faried a screen on Ellis. Barton dishes to Moutier. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Moutier's got 5 now.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Ellis. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
George, no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. And Laverne kicks to Arthur. It's Chandler high post. Pass to Murray. Dishes it to Laverne. Fires from deep. Denver gets it back. Out to Chandler. Fires the 3. That's good. Now it's a 7-point Denver lead.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Teague the pass to Jefferson. Hill left side. The dive for the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Jefferson. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for T. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Stuckey into the lane. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Murray. He's guarded by Stuckey. On the wing, Harris. With 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater.
Your Nuggets dancers.
And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Ellis. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Indiana, C.J. Miles is out there with Young. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Ellis. And it's Turner in at the 5 spot. Can't hit. Passes it to Jokic. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The drive by Ellis.
Some good numbers for Ellis. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Some changes for Indiana. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Turner. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Teague in for Rodney Stuckey. Denver leading by 7. Here's Moutier. The rebound by Monte Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Some solid defense from Fareed. The Nuggets shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Fareed, a screen on Teague. Here's Moutier out to Gallinari. Now here's Moutier. Teague covering. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. There's the feed to Barton. Got a piece of it.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and right on target. Good.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. He challenged this group to really go for it, saying, now's the time when winners take control. Now let's go out there and take it to them. Guys, a nice pep talk. We'll see if he got him going.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ellis. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Fareed. Money! Teague inside the line. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jefferson sends it back. Now the Pacers with it. Here's Ellis. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Boy, Monte Ellis, what an offensive force he can be.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that three-point lead.
Teague for three. No good from three-point territory. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Ellis kicks to George. And Young, here we go. Misses the shot. So it's the Nuggets taking the W.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Kenneth Fareed. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a
Thank you for joining us here for day number 8 here of the third on action. We are done. We are completed with all the games today. The Nuggets beat the Pacers 30-26. The upset win. Shooting percentages, 50% for the Nuggets and 44% for the Pacers. Three-pointer, 17% for the Pacers and 33% for the Nuggets. Free throw, 67% for the Nuggets, 75% for the Pacers. Best break points, 6 for the Pacers, 2 for the Nuggets. Points to the paint, 12 for the Nuggets, 8 for the Pacers. Took a chance points, 2 for the Pacers, 3 for the Nuggets. Bench points, 11 for the Nuggets and 3 for the Pacers. Assists, 8 for the Nuggets, 6 for the Pacers. Offensive rebounds, 2 apiece. Defensive rebounds, 11 for the Pacers and 9 for the Nuggets. Steals, 2 for the Nuggets, 1 for the Pacers. Blocks, 1 for the Pacers and 0 for the Nuggets. Turnovers, 2 for the Pacers, 1 for the Nuggets. Points off turnovers, 2 apiece. Team fouls, 2 for the Nuggets, 4 for the Pacers. Biggest lead, 6 for the Pacers, 9 for the Nuggets. Time possession, 6 minutes, 49 seconds for the Nuggets and 5 minutes, 10 seconds for the Pacers. Time much remaining, 0 for the Pacers and 2 for the Nuggets. Tonight's box score, player of the game, Kenneth Fareed, 8.3 rebounds. Emoti Mudiay, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Wilson Chandler, 5 points, 1 rebound. D. Arthur, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Jokic, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Will Barton, 2 points, 2 assists, 1 assist, and 1 turnover. Mudiay had 2 points and 2 assists. Gallinari, 2 points, 1 assist, and 1 steal. D. Harris, he had 1 assist. And Lavagarni, he had 2 rebounds. And for the losing team, the Indiana Pacers, Thaddeus Young had 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Miles Turner had 1 round, 1 point and 2 rebounds. Paul George, 2 points and 1 turnover. Al Jefferson, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Jordan Hill, 2 points. Jeff Teague, 2 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. And Monte Ellis, 17 points, 1 rebound, and he had a turnover. That's 19-6 for the final game here of the third round action. And remember, guys, tomorrow we'll have 2 semifinal games, and then Wednesday is the championship. So only 4 teams remain in the tournament. And tomorrow, first game will be the Warriors Suns, and the second game, Raptors Nuggets. That'll be tomorrow for the semifinals. And guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm the man 2K GTA, and play on.